everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a Disneyland Paris merchandise haul. So I have just gotten back from possibly my most favourite ever Disney trip ever. So if you don't know, I did just go to Disneyland Paris and I actually went with a bunch of you guys. It was so unbelievable, and I've like done a big roundup thing about how I felt and just thanking the people that came on my trip on the end of the actual vlogs themselves. So there are Disneyland Paris vlogs, they may or may not already be up by the time you watch this. So I basically did a trip to Disneyland Paris with a bunch of you guys. I put all over my social media, I put it on my Instagram, I put up an announcement video that I was going to be putting on a coach to take people to Disneyland Paris. It was not free, you did have to pay. Outgoing, who very kindly organised the whole thing with me, and like I said way before when I announced all this, they did actually gift mine and Matthew's spaces. So many of you booked on that trip. Everybody just had the best time and we are all still chatting on the WhatsApp group, and oh god, it was so good. So I actually had so many questions asking, will I be doing another one? And yes, I will be. If you want to come to Disneyland Paris with me, I am doing another trip. It is on the coach, it will be with Outgoing again. More details will be announced probably in the next few weeks. And just massive thank you to everyone that followed along on my Instagram, on my stories, on my photos. The amount of people that messaged saying that they wish they had booked it and that they are definitely going to come on the next one. Honestly, it was just so overwhelming to see how just everyone got involved and everyone had the best time, and we really are a little Disney family now. I miss you, Disney fam, if you're watching this, so much. While I was in Disneyland, obviously I bought stuff because you guys know that that is like my favourite thing to do. Shopping in Disneyland Paris is just one of my favourite things to do alongside with having tea in the Disneyland Paris hotel. So I did my shopping like I usually do. However, I will say that I definitely feel like I bought less on this trip, not because I didn't enjoy the shopping, but because I had a lot of people to look after, which was not a bad thing. It was epic, it was amazing. But I did do a lot less on this trip than I usually do, but I'm not complaining because I had the best trip ever. So for example, I did less photos, I did probably less talking in the vlogs, especially towards the end. I was having so much fun. You can't just pick up the camera, that's not real. I wanted to spend time with all of these wonderful people that came onto my trip. But I did shop, and also the lovely people that came on my trip give me presents. I'm sorry, what? I'm going to show you them. I'll probably get I'll probably get emotional. I'll probably cry. Many tears have been shed. The Disney blues are real. Just want to quickly mention before I get started, my ears are from Hannah Marie Magic. She is my ear girl and a very good friend. She's absolutely amazing. So she made me my pink and blue ears to go with my pink and blue hair. She's amazing. Check her out. And also, actually, I have a code. If you order any ears from Hannah, if you use the code Sarah Louise, you get money off. It is an affiliate code. It's like a little thank you of Hannah for me sending people her way, if that makes sense, but it doesn't cost you any more. So that is an affiliate code if you use that. I know loads of you guys always ask about my ears, so I thought I'd mention that straight away. But without further ado, let me show you what I bought and then I'll show you what I was gifted. So I have this giant bag. So the parks now do reusable bags. They don't, I don't think at all, do normal plastic bags anymore. So that's different from the last time I went, but also amazing. You do have to pay for the reusable bags, but honestly I think it's the best idea ever. There are 3 sizes. There was a small one for €1, and then, which I have actually, and then there was a medium one, and then this large one were both €2, and I just bought the big one. I just bought the big €2 big massive Disneyland Paris reusable bag. I love the print. I mean, it's huge. Everything I bought I could just put into that one big bag and keep all my merch together. So that is the first thing I bought, actually, along with this Spirit jersey, my first Spirit jersey. And big shout out to Eleanor Abbey. Eleanor is a good friend of mine. Love you, Eleanor. And she was in the park while I was there, and she has a pass, and an annual pass, and she gets discount on merchandise. And I'm a bit of a cheapskate, and I don't really like paying a lot for something that I'm not 100% sold on. I've never had a Spirit jersey before, but I knew I wanted one. But I also think they're overpriced. They just are. I mean, they're quite thin. They are quite oh, I don't know, these are 60 euros basically, and Eleanor was around and I went and found Eleanor, thank you Eleanor, and she got me 20% off. So I did actually pay 48 euros for this, which honestly I still think is a lot. But it's okay because I've lived in it since I got it. I wore it on the coach home and I've worn it every day since I got home. So I'll show you the back. So that is the back there. Hopefully you can see it. It just says Disneyland Paris. If you have no idea what the Spirit jerseys are, let me turn around. The Spirit jerseys are basically just big oversized jersey jumper type things, and Disney World has loads, but Disneyland Paris literally just has this black one and then a rose gold one, exactly the same, but the writing is sparkly gold, and then this is like a peachy pinky goldy colour. I went for the black one just because I thought the Disneyland Paris stands out on the back a lot more with the white on the black. I got a medium and I'm pretty sure this is the right size for me. It was a bit hard to try them on in store, so if I got another one I'd be tempted to try a large, but this is the medium and I'm a size 8 if anyone's wondering. Totally went straight into it, didn't I, and forgot about going into the little things first. So my tickets, you just have to show them. I got, well, exactly the same as me and Matthew got last time we went. One little yellow one and a little purpley one. So that is the tickets that you get whilst you're there at the moment. Second time staying in the Cheyenne. Oh, I love the Cheyenne, loved it so much. And it actually says Hotel Cheyenne on the back and it's like, oh, I don't want to leave. Oh God, the emotion. When you stay in a Disneyland Park hotel, you do get all the little soapy things, and there is shampoo and body wash and conditioner. So I kind of stole them because I need them. I bought this quite a few trips ago, I think on my first trip as an adult, and like I got a load of signatures and stuff. I met 7 characters on this one, but I just wanted to show you something that I got on the trip that I'm just like in love with. Basically, Buzz Lightyear proposed to me. It happened, I'm engaged. Buzz is not really supposed to sign because he's got like chunky fingers, and oh, I just had the best meet with him ever. You'll have to watch the vlog to see what happened. But he has a stamper, and the cast member went to give him the stamper and he started writing out instead, and I just read it earlier and I honestly burst into tears. He put, "For my best friend, I love you, Buzz," and then he gave me 2 stamps. Oh, I'm so sad. I want to go back. So yeah, I just thought I'd show you because it was like something that I got on the trip, like his signature, and also I got engaged. Right, I'm gonna go on to the rest of the stuff that I bought now. Right, okay, so in my giant bag of goodies. Oh, that's my Spirit jersey. Black, medium, 59.99 euros. So one of the first things I bought was this. Let me just move this bag a little bit out of shot. Oh, that'll be fine. So yeah, one of the first things I bought was this cutlery set. I seen this in Frontierland, in that shop. That's one of my favourite shops to shop in, as well as Sir Mickey's Boutique. I love those 2 shops. The theming is such a big thing for me. Like, I'm totally all up for it. The more themed the better. So I was in Frontierland and me and Eilin spotted these, and she actually bought them there and then, but I was trying to like, I try to like see things as my trip goes on, add up in my head the things that I want the most so I know I've got enough for them, because I only take so much money every time, and then at the end of the trip I do my last shopping on the last evening. So this was one of the first things that I knew I wanted, and then one of the first things I actually bought once I started buying things. So it's a 4-piece cutlery set, and there are 4 of each, so it's basically 16 pieces, and there are blue, green, yellow and red, and each of them have 2 little Mickeys on. I am obsessed with these. I was a little bit worried because in the past when I've had like plastic ones like this, they do not last very long, but I just needed them. I mean, Disney cutlery, and genuinely we did actually need more cutlery. Like, we're at the point now where we have cutlery that we bought when we moved in like 5-6 years ago, and we are like down to like 2 forks and like maybe 1 knife. It's getting ridiculous. So when I spotted these I was like, you know what, I need them. I mean, it's rainbow and it's Disney and I need them. There we go. So how much were these? So these were 29.99 euros. Obviously everything's in euros, and honestly just love them, and I'm gonna try and wash them really carefully. I don't have a dishwasher anyway, but yeah, just try and make them last as long as possible. I like it how I'm actually accidentally kind of going in the order that I got everything. So the next thing I got at the same time as the cutlery was this Buzz Lightyear kind of tea flask. What would you call it? Travel mug. So I actually needed a new travel mug. So I keep buying them from Primark or Disney Store, and then after so many uses they just go a bit manky. So I needed a new one, and I'm just honestly becoming more and more obsessed with Buzz Lightyear as the days goes on. It's probably something to do with the engagement, but you know, this one obviously could keep water cold and tea warm. This one was $14.99, but it's really quite big, and oh, I just love it. I love it. I love Buzz Lightyear so much. I love Emperor Zurg. Like, I love my villains, but there's something about Buzz. It's the colours. I absolutely adore it. So yeah, this is the flask here. I picked this up on Main Street. There was quite a lot of different ones to choose from, and it was $14.99, and I'm just going to get so much use out of it. I can't wait to start using it. And I do like that although it's white, that the top bit is actually black, because I pretty much always wear lipstick, so it just means that it's not going to stain as easily if it's black up top. And it screws off. That metal grinding noise kind of makes me feel weird, but yeah, it's quite big. Oh, that noise. But yeah, and then it has like a rubbery base so it doesn't fall over as much. Oh, and it says Disneyland Paris, product exclusive Disneyland Paris. Oh, that's amazing. I didn't even know that. I mean, I hope you can see that because it's black. So the next thing I bought, you guys know that my jewellery! Okay, I never take off my ring from Disneyland Paris, and I must have took it off, and I've just realised because I'm about to start talking about jewellery. So I have this necklace from Disneyland Paris that I adore. Hopefully you can see that. It's like a little castle, yeah. And then I have some little earrings that I bought when I was at Christmas, and I have a ring that I never take off. Like, I love the Disneyland Paris jewellery. I absolutely love it. It is silver plated, so it lasts a good amount of time and it doesn't cost the earth. So I really want to treat myself to some more earrings while I was there, and this time I wanted some more like dangly ones that I could wear a bit more like through the daytime but also on an evening. So that's what I did. So this time I got these ones in Harrington's. It was really nice because Eileen, you'll probably hear me mention Eileen, I can't even pronounce her name properly. You'll hear me mention Eileen's name a lot because me and Eileen pretty much spent, well, we spent the whole of Disneyland together. Eileen came all the way over from Sweden. Like, everybody on the trip was really special to me. But I did spend the whole time with Eileen. Like, every ride I went on with Eileen. She came over from Sweden, so I really wanted to look after her, and it was our first Disney park ever. So while I was buying my earrings, Eileen was buying a ring, and it was just, oh, it was so nice to have people to shop with. It was just nice to do Disney shopping. Oh, I'm getting emotional. Woo! It was nice to do Disney shopping with other people in Disney that like to shop, because normally Matthew, bless him, just follows me around. So anyway, stop blabbing, Sarah. So yes, in Harrington's on Main Street, this time there wasn't really an ornament that I really wanted. I did actually want the Maleficent ornament from the Rainbow range that I can't remember the name of, but it wasn't there, which was really annoying. So I bought these earrings. It was really nice to choose out some earrings from the cabinets, and oh, I'm going to give you a close-up, and I think I'm actually going to put them in because I have been dying to put these in. So these are the earrings that I treat myself to this time. I absolutely adore them. I hope you can see why I got them for like day and evening. Like, I think they're a cute little kind of day thing, not too bling, but you could wear them into the evening. So I picked them out from, I'm going to put them in by the way, I picked them out in Harrington's, and they were $29.99. I'm so excited. Oh, I love them. I love them. See, I don't think they're too much. I mean, look at them. So hopefully you can see them. So I'm just going to leave them in. So the next thing I bought myself is something that I have been eyeing up for a long time. Like, the last few times I've been to Disney, it's been there and I've wanted it. Oh, and I'm gonna zip it up so I can show you it properly. I have the shoes from this collection. I will show you them. I bought them 2 times ago and I'm obsessed with them. So that's the shoes from the same collection. You can see the pattern's the same. I live in these and they are still in the parks, and I was going to buy another pair while I was there because I live in them, but when I was looking I was like, they're not that scuffed up just yet, so I'll get them next time. I love this pattern. I mean, it's Rainbow Mickey. I'm all about the busy patterns and the colour, so this is just like, ugh. I also, from this collection, would really like the bag and the cap and the t-shirt and possibly the wallet. Seriously, this whole collection I would buy if I had the money. I'm just going to keep working my way through it. It's got like black elastic sleeve, cuff, and it's kind of hard to show you. It is a zip up jacket, hopefully you can see that, with a hood. So, and then it's just all the pattern on the back. I got a large, I went oversized. I am going to live in this. Yeah, I got a large and then Disneyland Paris on there. So this was €50, which is quite like for me, an expensive piece of clothing to buy. Like I said, this one I got the 20% off. But I've been after it for such a long time. The whole trip I've been trying to find it in the shops and I couldn't find it, and it was in the village in the fashion shop. So we literally got into the fashion shop 5 minutes before it closed, and I just ran straight to the till with it. Everyone was with me as well. Everyone was like, where is it? And everyone just grabbed it and grabbed me a large, and then honestly everyone was so great on this trip. And another big thing is that the bag, the hold all in this collection, was one of those things when you go to the till and it's like if you spend a certain amount it's $9.99 at the till. Every shop it was in, and then every shop I bought something in, it was something else for $9.99 at the till. I was so annoyed. I was like, I really wanted that bag to match it. So hopefully I'll get the bag next time I'm in. So that was my jacket that I bought. Calm down, Sarah. And the last 3 things I bought myself, you guys know I always buy a princess pin. So this time I bought Belle because I seen Mickey and the Magician for the first time, and I just, the Beauty and the Beast scene was unbelievable. It was just like, oh my word, I adored it. I'm starting to struggle to remember which princess pins I have in the collection now, so next time I go I'm definitely going to have to check before I go, but I'm pretty sure I don't have Belle. Fingers crossed. I did say last time I went I was always going to get a villain pin every time I go, but I didn't have time to grab one, and then like before I left the park. So then the next morning, which is when I bought these pins, I went into the Shein shop before I got on the coach, desperately trying to get my last minute pins, and they didn't have one villain pin. I was like, really? So unfortunately I couldn't add to my villain pin collection this time, but they did have a Buzz pin, and considering we were engaged and I seem to have a slight obsession with them, I was like, I have to get a Buzz pin. So this pin was an orange, can't quite remember what that is, and this pin was a green. So that is my Buzz pin there. I just, oh, he's great. I did actually meet Woody as well, and there was a Woody and Buzz pin, but I'm engaged to Buzz, so I needed a Buzz pin on his own. And then I remembered my poor little brother. He's just finished all his exams at school, and I was like, I'll get him a present. And he likes Marvel, so I got him this Captain America keyring, and I just liked with the silver and the red and the blue. I thought it was pretty cool. Like, he's a teenager now. I was like, I think he'll appreciate that. So that was $6.99. So that was everything I bought myself. As I was saying, the wonderful people that came on my trip actually gifted me things. I did not expect it. You naughty, naughty Disney fam. You do not have to spend your money on me. But they did. So I'll show you what I was gifted on the trip. So on the first night, when I was sat waiting for the fireworks, we were all sat waiting actually in the, I can never remember if it's called the arcade or the atrium. So on Main Street behind the shops, there was a big group of us sat in there hiding behind the bake shop from the rain, and I was sat waiting for the fireworks to start, and then Ricky came over and had bought me a present, and she also bought me the little, this is the small one I think, the small reusable bag as well, which is great because now I have the small and the large. So thank you, Ricky. Naughty Ricky, spending our money on me. But yeah, so I was just sat, and then she brought me over a present, and honestly, like, I still can't believe that. I love you, Ricky. So she got me the Maleficent cup. I didn't even see this in the shops, so honestly I'm so over the moon with this. Honestly, I'm so, oh, Ricky, I love you, seriously. So she knows me so well. Maleficent cup. I mean, look at that. And it's such a nice cup as well. There's Diablo and there's the thorns. And then if I turn it around, so the thorns are there, they go inside the cup as well. I absolutely adore this cup. I can't tell you how much it was because obviously she's taken the price off because it was a gift. And then it just says Disneyland Paris under there as well. Probably is kind of normal cup price, I'm guessing, between 10 and 15 euro. It's not the point, it was a gift. And Ricky, thank you so much, honestly. I mean, I always tend to buy myself cups and things, so the fact that she did it, and she got me a Maleficent, it just shows just how wonderful everyone was on my trip, and weirdly how much they know about me. So yeah, thank you, Ricky, for getting me that. So that is in the park as well. She bought me that in the park, although I don't know where from because I didn't see it. Like I said, I did a lot less shopping this trip, so I guess I just didn't see it, but it's okay because Ricky was on it. So the next presents are actually not from in the park, but they are Disney gifts. They all give me these gifts when they were getting onto the coach, bless them. So when I went to the Birmingham stop, Oh, I'm gonna tear up here. Charlie, hey Charlie. Charlie made this for me. So it is one of the reusable Starbucks cups, and she actually did this on it for me. I have no idea how she did it. So thank you so much, Charlie. I now have 2 good cups, like reusable like cup things, like tea cups, because you guys know I love my tea. So I now have this one and the Buzz one, and I'm just gonna chuck my other ones out. I always like to have 2 at a time, so Charlie got me covered. So she's decorated the cup herself. How amazing is that? And it's like a reusable Starbucks cup. So Charlie, thank you so much for doing that. Oh, this is a big one. I already was like teary every time I've looked at this. The coach stopped down the country at quite a few stops to pick people up who'd booked onto the trip, and when I got to the Birmingham stop, you Birmingham people know who you are, they give me this. So I was not expecting it at all. It's a big Disney store reusable bag, and then I looked inside and I still can't believe this. How did you guys, like, oh, it's so weird to me. So basically, I'll pull it out what they gave me. So these sneaky peeps that came on my trip obviously watch my weekly vlogs. I'm guessing that's... I have a Buzz doll, and I have a Zerg Hype backpack which the dolls fit into. So I've been saying for a couple of weeks now that I wanted a Zerg doll to go into my backpack and to match my Buzz doll, and I've said it in my weekly vlogs, and it is just so crazy that they did this for me. So before the trip they all met up, and as a group from Birmingham they bought me a Zerg doll because they knew that I wanted a Zerg doll from watching my weekly vlogs. Like, I still can't get my head around it. It's just so beyond kind, and just I'm tearing up. No, don't do this again, Sarah. Didn't think I had any tears left to cry. So yeah, they got me the Zerg doll. I can't tell you how long I've wanted a Zerg doll, like a very long time. So basically this is my Zerg bag. So it looks like a box that the doll would come in, and I was actually really kindly gifted this from Disney Store and Hype and Disney UK. And yeah, when I got that I was like, now I need the Zerg doll even more, but he disappeared from stores, and yeah, I just couldn't seem to find him, and then that lot got me him. So he goes in there. Unfortunately I didn't manage to get any pictures in the park with him. Like I said, I did a lot less pictures and stuff this time, but I am hoping to take it again next time and get some awesome photos. Look at him, look.
So, we meet again, Buzz Lightyear. Last time.
Oh, he's still going.
I will defeat you, Space Ranger.
Let's see what Buzz has to say. So they talk to each other. Oh no, the Zerg doesn't talk to the Buzz. Yeah, so the new collection came out, and they all, like, Buzz, Woody, Jessie and Bo Peep all talk to each other. But if this is the Zerg from the old collection, so he doesn't talk. But how cool is that? Oh my god, look at that! Oh, thank you, Disney Farm. Seriously, thank you so much. We're calling ourselves the Disney Farm because, like, we're all like, oh, we all just got on so well, and yeah. But yeah, so to all the peeps that put in, like, to get this for me on my trip, thank you so much. I'm getting all choked up. I literally opened this and I was like, how did you guys know that one is a Zerg doll? So I can't get my head around it. So also in the bag from Birmingham, Steffi made this for me and Matthew. So basically Steffi was one of the wonderful people that came on my trip, and she made some things for me and Matthew. So she made this card, all pink and blue, because she knows that I am pink and blue, and I'm not going to read out the whole thing because it's like personal, you know, there's personal stuff in there. So this one she made for Matthew, a little Spider-Man, and it's funny because she said she'd done Spider-Man because she knows Matthew likes climbing. And again, it's just like, it's weird that you know that, but it's cool because it's brought us all together. And then she made me, but pink and blue. Oh, it's so cute. So I'm gonna have this as a coaster, and Matthew said he's gonna use his as well as a coaster. So thank you so much, Steffi. They are so cute. Honestly, Matthew spent the whole trip trying to, like, get a second with that to thank you for doing that. I mean, so did I, but like Matthew especially was just like, that is so crazy that she made something for us. So yeah, thank you, Steffi. Completely kind of unrelated but not unrelated, me and Roxy kind of did this thing for us. Hey Roxy. Roxy's a good friend of mine who also came on the trip with her husband and celebrated their wedding anniversary, and she brought our sister Nikisha as well, so hey if you're watching. Yeah, I couldn't get to the Disney store on the morning of the trip for the Donald release. Roxy couldn't get to the Disney store for the Aladdin key release, so I got Roxy the Aladdin key and gave her that on the coach, and she got me the Donald key, so we kind of did a bit of a swap. I bought what she wanted, if that makes sense, and then got her a key because she couldn't make it to store. My store had like 200 keys. There was like so many keys left over, and then she did the same with the Donald key. So thank you Roxy for getting me the Donald key, because I could not have gotten to store on the morning of the trip. I had a lot to organise that morning. And last but 100% certainly not least, and I will get choked up if I read this. Whew. So on the ferry home, stood up to do like a little speech to say thank you. Yeah, just thank everyone for coming on the trip. I managed to get everyone together. There was quite a few of us, so there's actually only one picture of us all together, because like obviously there was so many of us, you know, it's hard to keep that size group together. Everybody was quite happy popping in and out of my schedule and doing their own thing, and it honestly just worked brilliantly. So on the ferry home, while we were all together, I thought I'll just make a quick little speech, and you'll see it in the vlogs. I actually seen Matthew turn the camera on, and I thought he was turning my vlogging camera on to vlog me doing my speech. So I did my speech, and it turns out Matthew was actually in on a bit of a surprise, except he didn't know what the surprise was, and he was turning the camera on to record the lovely peeps on my trip, giving me this. So, you naughty little Disney fan rascals doing this. So Steffi made this. Again, Aurora in pink and blue. She knows me so well. Like, Steffi, your arts skills, like crafting, are just sublime. I mean, it's absolutely stunning. It's all glittery and... Oh. And then everyone on the trip wrote me a little message inside. I had no idea. I think it was on the morning we were leaving, I went into the hotel to get a cup of tea to go on the coach, and apparently I walked past Tom and he quickly shoved it up his jacket in the shop, and then he was worried because he was like, they're gonna think I'm shoplifting. So Matthew caught them, but didn't, like, he caught them doing something. If you don't know who Matthew is, he's my boyfriend. He didn't know about this either, but he caught them up to something, but then was like, don't tell me what you're doing. So then he just kind of knew to record when they were going to give me the surprise, but I had no idea. They got everyone to sign this on the trip, and oh, I don't even know if I'm making sense, but yeah, so it's all pink and blue, and Steffi, thank you so much for making this. And like, yeah, I'm not going to read them out because it's like personal, it's like my Disney fam, but they all wrote little messages. Like, it goes on, like they wrote messages, like they wrote messages to me. So everyone that came on the trip wrote me a message in here about the trip and how it helped them, and oh, I'm gonna end up crying. Oh, I don't want to cry again. Honestly, I've cried so many times. Like, saying bye to everyone was so hard. Woo! But yeah, like I said, I've done like a full appreciation post on the end of my vlogs for all my Disney fam, so if you haven't seen that, Disney fam, please go and watch it, because I really want you to know how much you mean to me and how much that trip meant to me, and just thank you for doing this, because I keep like randomly getting it out with a cup of tea and just reading it because I miss you all so much. Oh man. But yeah, I don't even know if I'm making sense, but honestly, we had the best time on this trip. Like, it's like we've known each other a lot longer than the 6 days that we spent together. It was just unreal. And honestly, if you want to come to Disney and you don't have anyone to go to Disney with, if you are the crazy Disney person in your family that never has anyone to go to Disney with, and you find that you don't really have people in your life that understand your Disney obsession, seriously, come on one of these trips that I organise. The next one is at the end of the year. Like, don't be scared, you'll make friends, you'll have the best time. And I'm going to stop going on about it, but yeah, that was everything that I bought in Disneyland Paris on my trip, and everything that I was gifted from the lovely people on my trip. Please go and check out the vlogs. Keep an eye on my social media for the next trip announcement if you want to come to Disneyland Paris with me. If you like this sort of video, please check out my channel. I do have lots of other Disneyland hauls on there, Disney store hauls, Primark hauls, weekly vlogs, you name it. Make sure you check out my Instagram to see some photos from my trip. And I'm going to stop going on. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos from me. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.